kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. They'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. They're going to run it. And they'll tackle it about the 23-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking to scramble. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out the third down.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. He's got it on a crossing route. They bring it down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Will go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second and short. Looking to throw again. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Offense facing a third and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision? It's an out, the catch made. He moved the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
First down and 10. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and the first down.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. First down, looking to throw the football. Grab by the receiver. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Moving at the second level of the defense now. They're going to run it here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Heads up, offense is now operating in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looks to the left, pass caught. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Motion now from the tight end. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. First play looking to throw it. He dumps it off to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get into the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the single back takes the handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. He's past the marker and still going. They finally stop a big play. Moves the ball to the 22.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, it looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Bringing pressure. He's got it right near the end zone. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You can see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. The shotgun handoff here. Got the first down and still motoring. The game was enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. I used the stiff arm there. Defense wasn't buying it to get him down for just a short game.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short the first down.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So the offense comes up now on first down thanks to that costly penalty. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. This time it's complete. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be first down. This offense in good position here.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Caught with the back behind the line of scrimmage. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship deadline at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. They bring him down quickly, a short pitching catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Now look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Big throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. It allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. comes the offense back on the field again. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Quick juke to get free. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Good call on the screen play.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking for a receiver. The short completion of the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A deep shot to the left side. He's got it near the end zone. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Look at now throwing here to start the drive. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
First snap in the red zone on this drive. On the ground, it's Savage. And the ball to the ground. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
That is just a... break for this running back. His first chance in a game, and he immediately fumbles. I hope that's not it for him today.
So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Headed for the end zone. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here's the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. No huddle now for the offense. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. What a catch and run by the junior.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he can be a monster today.
They'll hand it off. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Now it's 2nd down here. And he drops back in the gun. On the move now. Fires it on the move. Wide open downfield. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
1st down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? Handoff from the shotgun. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. And Now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Gain moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal.
Well, that's how you close a half up. What a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
And the extra point goes up and good. And BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
The 25 at 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field, so let's check this call. Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Short pass, finds the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The pass is intercepted.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain. Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
BAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Makes the catch downfield. You make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. He knocks it through with confidence.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. The coverage team brings him down in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. First play of the second half is a handoff.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Again, makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looks left and finds his target there. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Can he get there on the ground? Great cut there. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
The offense will set up on first and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And at first down, they go right back to him. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's second and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Heading left after the handoff.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Third down coming up after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? They get the third down conversion. first down now from the 37.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Short completion there. Second down coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Wheeler. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Short here in this playoff game, the 8th play of the drive. The big fullback's got it here. That gain moves the ball to the 17, first down.
Chris, I always get a kick out of how much advice defensive players get on third down. You can hear the bench screaming, the crowd is screaming, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass downfield. Rarely do you hear them say, watch the fullback. And there he just slips through for a first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Using his legs, it's Miles. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now, 2nd and 11. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back, showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The offense sets up with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Defense expecting run all the way. They stop him short of the goal line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defense hold up here on 3rd and goal. Looks to the left, and it's complete. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, winding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The PAT puts them up 3. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
1st down here for this offense. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a 1st down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
To the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
2nd down after that short completion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. 1st down from the 30.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 now. Clock running, final minute of the quarter. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Nowhere to go. The ball not loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
1st down sack, pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And look at the quick cut. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense moving closer to the line of gain after that catch. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. QB to the tight end for a completion. You make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a 1st down in the red zone. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. To the end zone. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. As we head to the 4th, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the quarter, the offense has a 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. has the first down and more. The freshman brought down after a nice run.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. And here's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking to pass this time. Pump over the middle. It's Wheeler. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it here. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Back's got it again. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short in the 7th play of the drive. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Complete with a running back. Can he get first down yardage? And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. And they'll make an adjustment for this important play. Time running down. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw for the first down. Caught quickly. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Goes to his right side there for the completion. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1. A quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. So down 4 late in the game. Obviously, they'll keep the offense on the field and go for it. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. No, he didn't make it. They stopped him short on fourth down. That could be the play of the game, and that could do it. So the drive will begin backed up at their own 6-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made on the out route. You make the tackle, but that's enough for a first down, and that should do it.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.